Hey guys, welcome back to another Money Monday. Today's episode of Money Monday with Ada Johnson, we are going to talk about fear. Yes, fear. Your fears are literally what is keeping you from money. Your fears are what is keeping you from riches. And we're going to talk about the six most common human fears that keep us from pursuing the things we want, which includes the money we want. The number one fear that human beings have that keep them from pursuing wealth is the fear of poverty. How can you pursue wealth when you're constantly afraid of missing the rent, not being able to pay for food or put food on the table? You know, constantly worrying about poverty is why, instead of spending time on your entrepreneurship, on your gig that's going to actually build you wealth, you take extra shifts at, a minimum wage job. You have to tell yourself when you're building wealth or when you really have that mindset of becoming wealthy, you have to tell yourself that whatever you make is enough. I'm enough. I have food to eat. I'm always going to have food to eat. I haven't missed having food to eat. And that's just going to be enough. Whatever I have right now is going to be enough. Me working 40 hours a week at that minimum wage job to pay my bills, I've already calculated it, is going to be enough. I need to spend the rest of my time on my hustle, on my money making. So remove that. So yeah, remove that fear, because really you cannot get rich if you're constantly worrying about putting food on the table. Just it's not important enough for you to keep worrying about it that much. Okay? Just accept it. Convince yourself that whatever you make, if you try your very best, that's enough. That's enough for you, that's enough for your family, and you need to focus on building wealth. Number two is the fear of criticism. Okay, I'm here on YouTube. I've wanted to be a YouTuber for a very long time, but eventually, when I was able to make my first YouTube video was when I was like, I don't care what people think. You have to tell yourself that eventually everybody is going to do something that is cringe-worthy. You're not gonna poop your pants, but you're gonna do something. You're gonna do something that people are gonna be like, oh my God, I can't believe she did that. So go ahead and do what you want. In fact, I want to tell you that if you really want to conquer your fear of criticism, social media is a great place. Social media is a place where you can, like, I've challenged myself to just do very goofy stuff that, gets attention. People might not like it, but it helps me conquer my fear of criticism, because if you really think about it, nobody's paying your bills. Most of the people who are criticizing you are people who are sitting on their cheap seats. They can't even do what you're doing. But their own job is just to sit down there and criticizing you. What do you care about them? Just learn that it is not important. Tune it off. Number three of the six is the fear of loss of love of someone. It's what makes people jealous, is what causes jealousy, is what causes people to stress over like unimportant things and distract them from building wealth. Okay? If you're constantly afraid of losing the person that you're with, maybe that is not the right relationship for you. But you need to find a way to like turn that off. And if you're single right now, my dear, you need to start looking at it as a gift. And you need to use that gift to build a life. Try to build a life that is good, is comfortable, is happy, without another person. So that when you get the other person, when you get a partner, it will be an additional bonus. It won't be that, oh, he's completed me. Like, you are a whole human being all by yourself. Learn to live fully as a whole human being if you're single right now, okay? Especially if you're trying to be single and rich. So don't make your entire life about finding a husband or finding a wife. I mean, those things are good, but just like I said, look at them as a bonus, okay? Not as something that you must have to be happy or to complete you or to live a full life. Okay, yeah, I think I'm definitely going to do a YouTube video about the benefits of being single because I feel like a lot of people look at single life as like punishment from God or just, I don't even know, not where they want to be. I mean, a lot of us desire, that's one of the big human desires, the desire for love, right? But it's not a do or die, and you should stop thinking about it like that. Stop obsessively thinking about it, if you may. So, actually, I often use the hashtag single girl on social media, and quite honestly, one of the reason why I use that hashtag is because of this mindset that single people are cursed, or they're not worthy, and that's why they were left out, or like for some reason being single is like a bad thing. I use that hashtag most of the time when I'm having fun because, you know, you can have fun as a single girl. You don't need to be married to have fun. You don't even need to have a boyfriend to have fun or a girlfriend. I mean, guys do it way better. I envy them for that. A bunch of guys, or a guy by himself will go to a bar and have a ball. But, women, you don't have a boyfriend, you don't have a date. You don't even want to dress up and go out and eat. But thank God today's women are definitely throwing all that in the trash. So, the fear of loss of love of someone or the fear of not having love at all, learn to conquer that fear, okay? The fourth fear is the fear of sickness. The fear of sickness is actually the root of laziness. When you sit down every day, you are thinking that you have sickness that you don't have. You sit down, you have a headache, you're like, maybe there's a tumor in my brain, before you know it, you have called off work when you could have just taken Tylenol or you have left your hustle. So the fear of sickness breeds laziness, and that's why we need to remove it. Anything, if you think that you are dying and you Google, my foot is itching me, and does it mean that I'm dying? If you Google it enough on Google, it will tell you that you are dying. So try not to worry too much, about something. Definitely take care of your health, do your checkups, especially if you're older. Do your annual checkups, do your well woman checkups, but don't spend too much time just being afraid of sickness, okay? Don't, because you have a family member who died of cancer, start obsessively thinking, I'm going to get cancer or whatever. So just the fear of sickness, try to rise above it. The fifth fear is the one that we all have, the fear of old age. Nobody wants to age. Women, they are doing it so well. Like literally, I see women doing 50-year photo shoot, 60-year photo shoot, and I say, Mogbe, this one 60 where? Nobody wants to get old. Nobody wants old age. But the truth is that we are all aging. Every single day we sleep and wake up, we are all aging. And it's time for us to start looking at getting older as a great thing, getting older as wisdom. Like right now, I'm 41 years old. I wish I started pursuing wealth when I was younger, but right now, all I can think of is the fact that at 56, I'm going to be a billionaire. So why should I be afraid of getting to 56? At 60, I am going to, be living the dream. So why should that be afraid? If you do the work now, you shouldn't be afraid of getting old, because when you get older, you'll be wiser, you'll be richer, quite honestly, no matter the age you are right now. If you do what you need to do to build wealth, when you get older, you will be richer. And then the sixth fear is the fear of death. The fear of death for some people is so crippling. They're always like, am I going to go to hellfire? Am I going to, is heaven going to be boring? Am I going to feel claustrophobic down there? I don't even know how people think. Me, quite honestly, I can't really relate so much to people who are afraid of dying, because I believe in God, I believe in heaven and earth, and quite honestly, I picture heaven in my mind as a place where I can do everything that I want. I don't picture myself in white robes in heaven, because I don't really wear white robes. I wear nice, dresses. I picture heaven is going to have that nice, splendid robes. It's going to have gold accessories. It's going to have beautiful hair. I'm going to have my makeup in heaven. It's probably going to be like my mansion in heaven is probably going to be by the beach, so I'm not afraid of dying at all. Like, that is one thing that I'm not afraid of. But if you're constantly afraid of dying, just remind yourself that we're all going to die. That is our inevitable end. Apart from those that are going to be here on the last day when Jesus comes, we're all going to die. So just live. Don't let the fear of dying prevent you from living. Hope that you guys have enjoyed this video talking about fears. I hope you are deciding now to walk with me to conquer all your fears. Talk to me about your fears. What are your own personal biggest fears about that stops you from getting wealthy? What are the fears that stopped you from getting rich? Drop it in the comment section. Let's talk about it. I feel like my biggest fear was the fear of poverty, and I really, really burnt that fear down. Right now, I have no doubt in my mind that I am okay. I am going to be okay. The worst thing that can literally happen to me in this entire life in terms of money is that in 15 years, my money is like 999, 999. There's just $1 remaining for my billion, and you people start laughing that I've not made Forbes $1 billion list. But let me tell you, apart from that, I'm okay. I am not afraid of poverty anymore. There is no way. In fact, we have come too far to fail. I have come too far to fail. So I don't even know what I'll say. My biggest fear after the fear of poverty. Am I afraid of sickness? Well, I actually have some sickness that are debilitating, my migraines are primary headaches. So, sometimes I worry about that because sometimes it's very bad and I can't even really focus at work the whole day. But I don't dwell on it. And now, in fact, because I've identified it now as a fear, I'm going to start thinking again now. But, my dear, when you feel your mind, I don't even know the last time I worried about headache. Even this week, I had migraine for 2 days, but I was still working. I was still doing my stock investment. I was still thinking about money and everything. So just know that, to conquer your fears, there is absolutely nothing in this life that is worth that kind of constant worry, okay? That is one thing you have to put in mind to conquer fears. Nothing is what you constantly worrying about it. Even those that have cancer today, bless their hearts, may God, heal them. But they do not spend their time constantly thinking about cancer because they're going to give themselves mental problem. So please stop worrying, stop being afraid, start focusing, start thinking, start making money so that we can all build wealth. So thank you for watching my YouTube video on Money Talks with Ada Johnson. Until next Monday, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? Hit your notification button on, subscribe, and we will talk again next Monday. Bye-bye. I actually cook. I'm clean though. I use the hashtag pretty often on social media, just, hashtag single girl. I actually have an ex that thought, that was about him or about a breakup I was declaring or something.